All right, so I'm watching Rush Limbaugh on Twitch. What's he playing?
Well, Brian, I'm glad you asked. We are playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Our top donor today is Tony from Minneapolis. Welcome aboard, Tony. You're not actually talking to me as I'm playing Counter-Strike. Hashtag 360 no scope.
Does he have any opinions about the terrorists versus the counter-terrorists?
Well, I'm very glad you asked, Brian. I'll Rush Limbaugh on Twitch, twitch.tv/LRushbo, playing all the Counter-Strike you could possibly have. I love killing terrorists, Brian.
All right, let's do this thing! Oh, Doten Day, fatten up our tapeworms. It's Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet. Ever since 1771, I am definitely looking at a very magical gift of Brian as Wolverine in an amazing rogue cosplay of Bonnie Brushwood. Holy cow. Hey, man, joined by healthy and raring to kick a bunch of ass from local in California. It's Justin Robert Young. What's going on, JRY?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man, what's up?
You doing all right? I got some bad news. Justin.
What happened?
I don't know if you saw. Veronica Belmont was kind enough to join us on the air for Cord Killers yesterday. She was sick. She was not feeling well. She said she had 102-degree fever, but that she was going to troop her on, and then she said she was going to be here tonight, even if she was sick. But then
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome the host of Sword and Laser and so many more fantastic shows. It's Veronica Belmont.
Not so much. See, her
wait, no, I screwed it up. Here we go. I'll do it again.
No.
I know. No, this is part of her thing. She only wants British accents.
No.
Top of the morning to you now. Well, we just wanted to bring you a Veronica Belmont.
No, she's not here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me, everybody. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Wait a little bit as we get Veronica back on the line. Meanwhile, Brian, what's up this weather?
Okay, hold on. Look, if Justin seems a little bit loopy, it's because he's a little bit loopy. Veronica bowed out, and we're like, hey, man, that's cool. We got the A team. We got Hannibal, the other Hannibal. And two B.A. Barackuses here. It's like, we're fine.
Who's who?
It's so, I don't know. And so, I see. She had time for Sword and Laser.
Hey, let's not start this into some kind of well, she did or didn't have a chance to do things.
It's fine.
It's fine. She'll be back. Brian, she'll be back.
In the meantime, send your RIP, hashtag RIP Veronica. Let her know that she's loved as you. That's at Veronica / space :2 with the semicolon.
In fact, everybody
/
just send
RIP
Veronica pictures of bears.
Okay, so around this time, we're talking this afternoon. We're like, no, man, we got it. We got it all figured out. We're going to make this happen. And then Justin tweets out, I find out through the grapevine on Twitter.
Yeah.
That, like the way it shows up on mine is somebody says, have Schwood take Ambien. It'll be great. And I was like, what? And then I see that you tweeted out that you're knocked sideways by some kind of fever. And so you may be on something. Are you on something yet?
Well, I'm on Dayquil. Which is the day walker of the over-the-counter medicines.
Right.
I don't know if it's really done anything, but I don't know. Man, you ever just get hit in the face with sickness, like that?
Oh,
right?
sure.
Like
and a lot of times it's one of those, it's kind of been grinding on you. Like you're at a nightclub and you keep feeling some warmth on your backside, and then you don't really full on realize until all of a sudden it's, it's all wet and creamy, and she's really into it, and then she's like, it's a very specific time. It doesn't matter, but my point is,
DayQuil.
You don't realize how sick you are until all of a sudden it's too late, right? And then it's and then it hits you full in the face.
Well, and I think also it's like, there's just, I went for 4 years where I was always on the move and I was doing stuff and I was getting on planes and I was packing and unpacking, yada, yada, yada. And now I actually just live a life that I guess theoretically could be more described as healthy or taking care of myself, which I'm really not used to, nor do I enjoy.
Is this your body rejecting all that sunshine and healthful food that you're eating these days?
Well, I think it's just like, because you toured, you toured longer than I did.
Dude,
and like your body, you just basically you hold your body at gunpoint and you're just like, you listen here. Like, you will not get sick. We got a lot of money on the line. And your body's like, okay, boss, okay.
Well, and it's like the body understands. It cooperates. Like, there's been times where I full on could not breathe out my nostrils. I did not know how I would do giant chunks of the show. And then you even when you're getting set up, you can't move around. And then all of a sudden the crowd shows up. And it's like 3, 2, 1, and go time. And all of a sudden just it opens up and you're good for like 45 minutes, an hour. And then the moment that thing's over, you're just like, and I'm dead. I'm physically dead.
Or it's like you know that you got to be cranking for like 5 days. So on day 7, your body's like, yeah, sorry, homie, bills come due. You're actually going to be sick for 2 days because we know that you have 2 days off.
Well, and that's the thing is you can't fool the body because the body's always cheating, talking to the mind. And he's always like, hey, man, I know we're buds. We share the same blood supply. I need you to tell me for reals. Are we for reals? Do we really have a gig? And it's like, listen, I'm going to tell you that we have a gig.
Yes, we do not have a gig today. I'm the mind.
All right, thanks, bro. Hey, strike. We're going on strike, asshole. Sorry.
And you're like, mind? What the hell'd you do? I'm sorry. I was caught unawares.
I love the fact that the mind is voiced by Wiggy.
Wiggy. So listen.
So and then plus also like we started just goofing off during the pre-show and I guess Bryce didn't realize like I've been undercover or getting over sick for the past few days. We have because it wasn't until I started laughing that he heard me coughing. But meanwhile, all the kids have been sick, and in fact, I just got this telegram.
Oh wow! All right, so you have 3 daughters. Here we go. Mom, I'm sick. SIK. And I had a lot of diarrhea.
DIEERYA. And then in case you missed it, right here, we have an illustration.
Of a butt and what looks to be 2 strands, maybe even 2 hairs that have yet to be braided, erupting out of the back of that butthole.
It's a river of her shit.
Well, listen, it's 2 rivers. But 2 rivers is the name of that butthole.
So everybody is sick.
Which one is the Tigris and which one is the Euphrates?
And listen, it has a rich silt that was used to create crops.
Man, now I want to just buy some Knight's oil.
Nah, Knight's oil.
Hey man, okay, so
listen, here's the deal. I don't listen. I said in the pre-show, there's a really good chance that this show is gonna suck because normally we're able to bring some energy.
Nope, no
I
chance.
don't know if that's gonna happen.
Nope, it's gonna be the best show ever, and I'll tell you why. Because we got plans to discuss before we jump into the second act. Do we want to tease and explain what our game plan is? Because we got things coalescing and coming together, and we're hatching plans within plans coming up for our South by Southwest extravaganza.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our first ever live Night Attack show at South by. People who have come to our South by parties before normally know them to be concerts. We have great acts that come in and play. We will have a musical element to this year's event, but it's going to be primarily me and Brian doing a live show for the first time ever.
Yeah. We're in a legit ass theater, not in a random ballroom of a hotel where everyone already seems to be.
Where is this?
We're kind of working out the where this is.
We're not ready to announce the location or the exact time just yet, but
We're very close, though.
we're
We are
incredibly
like
close.
one email away from having this lockdown.
And we're about to send that first email to start asking people as soon as we're done here.
I mean, listen, but everybody's got to realize this. How many weeks out are we? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
3 or 4.
3. Well, you get in on the 10th, right?
No, I get in a little earlier than that.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? Don't-
I put it on my calendar. Here, let me double check here.
Oh, then I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can figure this
Don't
out.
talk to the don't talk to the crazy sick person.
Monday before. So we'll do a live night attack from Austin that'll lead into our live show, and then the live show will be the following Tuesday show.
Oh yeah, no. Here, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, you get in on the 7th, and then you're going to be there for all the way through afterwards. That's going to be rad, man.
Yeah,
So-
man. No, it's gonna be super fun.
Okay, so imagine us on stage. We're gonna do a bunch of bits, and we're gonna have hopefully the Possum Posse be our house band. You know, Jimmy's got the roots. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can have the roots. Just give me the Jomo, and the rest of the Possum Posse.
Yes.
And here's the thing, though. We want this to be a good show. There's going to be a lot of insiders, industry folks who are going to, the whole reason we want to do this. We got everyone coming out to our party every year, but now they're actually going to see us showcase. So we're going to do our best bit. Justin, what's our best bit?
Brian, we don't know. It's unknowable. We don't know what our best bit is. In fact, we are going to do what we always do. When asked Justin and Brian, when are you going to come up with the best bit ever? We say, I don't know. Let's let the chat room decide.
So here's what we thought we would do. We're going to take a moment to thank the folks who make this possible. But in the meantime, I want you guys to start suggesting and voting up the top 8 suggestions by going. You're going to go to a separate room. It's hashtag AlphaGeek in the chat, and the command is ! S space your suggestion. The title, we're going to decide today the name of the segment.
Let me make this clear. We're not doing an old bit.
Nope.
We're not doing anything we've ever done before. We're not doing a reference to anything we've ever done before. We're not bringing back old characters. We want a new bit. So we just need names.
Yeah, we just need
names. We'll come up with what they are. But we just want random names. That's how much we feel confident that we're going to be able to bring to you something amazing.
All you got to do is give us a name, and we'll bring the bit. Just give us a little bit of time on that. In the meantime, you guys can head on over to patreon.com/nightattack, where you can join the army. We're so close, Justin. We have one simple request. I just want 1776 patrons, or 1776 per Tuesday night shenanigan. We're so close. 1654. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, we need to get back up. We need to get back up to 1776. What do you say? Before our South by Southwest show, let's go ahead and get the folks, the Patreon folks. Man, they're starved, Brian. They need album tracks. We need to give them album tracks.
Well, I'll tell you what, the only way I could think of to do that would be if you flew down, I don't know, for over a week straight and just sort of moved in so that we weren't, and so that we could catch time and that we could do amazing sessions. You know what we should do is we should do like we did before with Night Attack 2, where we turned on the live stream camera. We streamed it, but with no audio. So that we felt in a protective bubble and we were able to go to some insane spaces.
Hell yeah. No, we're going to do all that. And I think it's a very doable solution to either take old stuff that we've done that we haven't released and just finally put it out to you guys, the people that make this show possible. Y'all deserve it. You worth it. Head on over patreon.com/nightattack.
All right, let's get into the meat of this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off by picking the 8 top selections from you guys. Now, to be eligible, they have to be the name of a bit. They can't be a reference to a bit we've already done. It has to be a new bit. We're going to take those 8, and then we're going to bracket them off, and we're going to have an elimination tournament right now to select the final name of the bit we will do. And in order to do this, Justin and I will be arguing for and against dispassionately because we are professionals here.
Listen, we're lawyers and stevedores. We're
barristers
of the letters.
That is correct.
You ever live amongst the letters, Brian?
You know what I want to know? I want to know whether or not, since we debuted her on the air, whether or not Barrister Paramore has ever come back in off camera.
Paramore, no. Really, the funny thing about Barrister Paramore is it's really just kind of like my wife. You know, there's really a whole lot of character to her just telling me to do things. So like, you know, it really did, it almost feels like her kind of doing a touchdown dance if she adds an accent to just yelling at me.
This is all code for you saying like, sweetie, don't do that.
It's fine. She's just like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, well, stop it. And I'm like, well, this wouldn't be any more effective if you had a British accent. So I guess I will.
All right. So how are we looking on suggestions? How many?
We've gotten quite a lot.
Great.
And I think maybe. Some of
Oh
these still haven't had a
wow!
lot of
So all right, so
Yeah, we'll
let's
give a
take
little
look
bit of
at some of the beginning ones here, and I'll tell you what, God bless the chat realm because they immediately understand exactly what we're going for here.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so right now, let's go through the top 8 right now, and of course we're watching live as they get voted on, so that only the top 8 are going to be the ones that make the cut. We have Chug or Dare.
Yeah.
30 seconds or DIAF for Die in a Fire.
Okay.
Name That Smell.
Okay.
Serialized Historic Tragedies. Diamond's Wrath.
Name That Taint.
Oh my god.
Name.
Read the next one.
The
Taint.
Jews are ... Donkey Puncher. Dicker Asshole. 2 guys, 1 mic. Creactors. Creactors? Creactors. Nigel and
There's
Simon.
Hitler with 2 T's.
What's that? Oh, Hitler with 2 T's. Finger
Yeah.
or toe. Jizzlobber. Sphincter tacto. Make it more racist. That's pretty good. Disney Marvel gangbang. Pol Pot. A name. Crowd dumbing. Confessions of a former juggalo.
I feel like 128 kilobytes MP3 file or AAC lossless file would have a very niche appeal at South by Southwest.
Oh man, but Brant would love it.
I really like one that's down here at the bottom. It's not getting a whole lot of love, which is which race is better?
Currently trailing Nice Pooper All Stars.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
We have Justin and Brian say super racist things, but ironically, so it's okay.
Magical Princess Chupacabra. Creepy Uncle Cockney. Sad Sanchez.
Sad Sanchez here is the last one. But I feel like Sad Sanchez, you get a little bit more love.
I like do the thing and don't do the thing as separate entries. That's
All
a
right,
new
so
bit.
right now, if we're looking here, our top 8 right now, Chug or Dare, Name That Smell, 30 Seconds or DIAF, Serialized Historic Tragedies, Name That Taint, The Jews Are, 2 Guys, 1 Mic, and Diamond's Wrath.
Yep, I think that works for me. Let's throw those on there. In the meantime, Justin. Okay, so let's say everything goes according to plan, right?
Yeah.
I figure that we'll break it into little bits. So if anything, because if we fail on this, who cares? Like, you know, we have a few people watching live, a few people listening. Like, I don't care, but it's like there's gonna be real strangers who are gonna wander into our event, and I'm gonna feel, because everyone in here is family, I'm gonna feel like we need to be good all the time.
I feel like this is going to be a great. I feel like all of these are like horrifyingly rejected. Wait, don't tell me segments, right?
All right.
Like the person who wins is going to have the the announcer record their voicemail.
All right, Bonnie, here's the way it's gonna work.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Justin and I are gonna make a case
Okay.
for whatever name we're assigned,
Yes.
and you're ultimately going to be the judge.
Okay.
That's the grunt of complete approval.
So are we coming up with like what they would just little sample sizes of what they would be of the hooks of them?
Well, that's tough. I mean, I guess we could just explore the possibilities. We could just, who knows what it's
space.
who knows what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But let's begin. How would you like to begin, Bonnie?
Well, we've got
You've got the
bracket.
Right, I know,
The
but you
bracket
need to
here.
assign us with who's gonna do what.
I see. Okay. 2 guys and 1 mic. I think that ought to be Justin. And
Okay. Name that
taint.
All right.
Go for it, Brushwood.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I think we all know what the crowd at South by Southwest wanted. The
Yeah.
only thing that would have made us more beloved at the handlebar would be if we had a giant 6-foot screen, not showing crass genitalia, not showing inappropriate buttholes, but just giant flaps of skin that may or may not be the gooch in between. And then we sort of, maybe explain we do trivia questions, and then you have to figure out whether it's Hillary Clinton's or
Oh my God.
George Clinton's taint. I mean, I'm just saying, I think that'd go over really well and would be universally appealing and something the kids can get into.
So that's what that song "Flashlight" was about.
That taint was only on a man.
I mean, look, it's the spot in between. It's called a perineum on the perineum. It's called a perennial perineum. Perennial perineum.
Okay. I'm learning something.
Your witness.
All right, Brian. Many years have passed since we've brought out the classic 2 guys, 1 mic. What is it about? I'm glad you asked. Well, despite the fact that I led this off by saying that it was a classic. Because 2 guys, 1 mic allows us to share a mic, much in the same way that a lead singer and a guitarist would do on a rock band. We have phrases that are sent in by the audience where we both go back to back and yell them into the into the mic. Yeah.
Pretty good.
2 guys, 1 mic.
It's pretty good. Now keep in mind, these are just loose thoughts.
Yeah.
Final
Loose
product
thoughts.
may vary.
Loose thoughts,
Who knows
loose
what we're
pictures.
saying? Who knows how long we're saying it? We're just 2 guys and 1 mic.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, that's up to Bonnie Brushwood. Bonnie, who wins? Name that taint or 2 guys, 1 mic.
I think 2 guys and 1 mic. I think that's some adorable photos. I think we can put those on some like marketing stuff. You don't actually have to say anything clever, but it makes some cute pictures.
All right, 2 guys, 1 mic it is. Congratulations, 2 guys, 1 mic. All right, next up, Bonnie.
Yes.
It's a face-off.
Okay.
We've got Diamond's Wrath and serialized historic tragedies.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think Justin has to do the serialized because of cereal. And then Brian, Diamond's Rap.
Okay. Justin, you won, so I'm going to have you go first.
Brian, South by Southwest is a festival, but is it,
You're doing great.
but is it a festival of learning? It is when serialized historic tragedies is our bit. Brian and Justin and all their guests each have to pick up where the other one left off when handed a historic tragedy. The Chicago fire, that one time that Hitler pooped himself. Well, they're all on the table with history's serial tragedies.
It's pretty good. Diamond's Wrath is gonna be an amazing time that Diamond Club comes together. This is if South by Southwest is our Festivus, then Diamond's Wrath is our airing of grievances, where in hilarious fashion members of Diamond Club are encouraged to let what ails them have it. And whether that could be anything from smashing the foot of maybe, you know what? Maybe we dress up Justin as in a shirt that says your problem. And then they get up and they explain what their problem is. And we say something like, well, why don't you break a watermelon over his foot? And then they go, wah! And Justin is in pain. And then the whole crowd goes, Diamond's Wrath! It's our way to fight back.
I really wanted to vote for this, but I don't understand it.
You know what? That's just a possibility. I'm just
Okay.
saying. Think about how many things you could do with Diamond's Wrath. Maybe that's not it at all.
I think we need another example of
maybe it's a
Diamond.
wrestling match. Maybe we get 2 of Diamond Club elites and then they actually duke it out, but not actually physical violence. Instead, we remote control them. By
Oh my gosh! Now I'm feeling this.
Okay,
I like
look,
this.
This is a lot we could do. Diamond's Wrath is a great name. There's a lot of things we could do. I rest my case.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Diamond's Wrath. I like that second vision.
All right.
All
Listen,
right.
well argued. Well argued. I doff my cap to you, sir, on the ground of legal combat.
All right.
All right. What's next?
Third round of the quarterfinals. We have 30 seconds or DIAF or name that smell.
Okay. Brian, you want to name that smell, and the other one is 30 seconds. And
Seconds or
what?
DIAF. I'm going to go ahead.
yeah.
I'm going to start this one off. 30
Great.
seconds or DIAF. It is easy. From now until we do our live show, Brian and I each try to outdo each other on something that we can do for 30 seconds. The payoff is live in Austin, Texas. Either we do it for 30 seconds or we are cowards.
Oh, that's great.
That's
And even if oh my God, damn it. Your Honor, the defense has no counter arguments. Congratulations. 30 seconds or DIAF.
I agree. I think that sounds fantastic.
By the way, Yab says like barefoot water skiing. No. It's on the table.
Okay, you know what? Since you won that one, Justin, I'm going to have you go first with the Jews are blank, 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 and I'll take Chug or Dare.
Dancing, dining, having a great time. What are the Jews? Well, it's up to your imagination at South by So Wasted.
Your Honor, I think that Justin's done a fantastic job of selling it. I think that's a fine picture he drew. My counter argument is Chug or Dare mentions no ethnicities.
Yeah, that one was a loser. I mean, from the very get-go, that was a total throwaway.
I rest my case.
Again, I'm thinking about the marketing. We're not going to put that on a poster. So.
We're not going to name the show at The Jews Are.
Right. Sorry, guys.
All right, Chug or Dare. Although, by the way, what hellhole have we opened when it's like, let's take the safe choice, Chug or Dare?
Man, you're not even kidding.
All right, here we go. 2 guys, 1 mic, or Diamond's Wrath. Brian, I will argue for 2 guys. Or unless you want to flip it.
Let's switch it up.
All right, so you go ahead with 2 guys, 1 mic.
All right, 2 guys, 1 mic is a great blank canvas because it does mean something. If you get the joke 2 girls, 1 cup, you don't know what you're going to get. You know it's going to be a little bit saucy, and it'll involve 2 guys and 1 mic. It could be trivia questions. It could be his singing bit. It could be a rap battle face off between. It could be a deaf haiku slam. There's a million different things we could do with it, but you're right. It'll be a great visual with 2 guys and 1 mic.
Diamond's Wrath. Finally, the diamonds have awoke. Their slumber has been marked by the ancient runes, and now we pay the piper for our malfeasance. Wrath comes to Austin.
I sit in stunned silence. Oh my God, it's ruined them all over again. I think I'm going to go with 2 guys, 1 mic.
2 guys, 1 mic is the
Yeah.
winner. Which brings us,
Good move. Good move.
man. Now we're at the suspenseful silence.
I mean, it's just that my children are in Austin. I really don't want the raft to come.
No, Austin.
All right, semifinals. Man, it's 30 seconds or DIAF versus Chug or Dare. Which one you want to take, Justin?
Well, I had 30 seconds or DIAF, so I'll take Chug or Dare.
Okay.
All right. Chug or Dare. We can have these concoctions, these dares build up for 3 weeks.
Whoa, illegal move. Your Honor, objection. It's the same pitch. He's doing the same pitch.
I know.
No.
I like it.
Here's the deal. We have it in a big old bowl, and you have to pick it out, and all of a sudden you have either Chug or Dare, and it's up to you to do one of those things.
What? Okay, but it doesn't sound like you're deciding at all. It sounds like you're being assigned randomly one or the other.
Yeah, no, and maybe they're both great. Maybe it's a fine cold beer, or you have to high five a stranger, right? Or maybe it's something far more sinister, like chug the blood of the innocent.
Oh.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, I wasn't such a big fan.
By the way, Germ 24, just the very simple 4-letter word, piss.
Look, I was not a huge fan of 30 Seconds or DIAF, mainly because it was Justin's thing earlier, but now I'm in love with it. I've seen the light. I think it's great because you're right. We get 3 weeks of challenges. Maybe we pick from a menu when it goes there. We get poster training videos, just like Justin said, but I want to hear what the audience thinks we can and can't do for 30 seconds, and I think that's great. And maybe the only question I would say is, let's reserve the right to call it 30 seconds or die in a fire, because not everyone knows what DIAF is.
Oh.
But it's to be determined.
The risky clerical reclassification late in the game by Brian. It's a risky strategy, but did it pay off? We go to Bonnie.
It did pay off. I like this idea. But it's building off of what we discussed earlier. So you're both winners.
No, you got to pick one.
Yeah.
No, wait.
You have to pick a winner.
Well, it's the same concept. You basically stole his
Well, no, I'm not.
presentation.
Number one, I stole my concept once.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then finally, late to the game, I started going, you have to decide which one advances to the finals. The title, 30 Seconds or DIAF? Because keep in mind, the winner of all of this is going to be what the name of the segment is were you here for the whole show?
Which show?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Here's the deal.
30 seconds or die in a fire. I think
There we go. All
I
right,
think we have to
30
make the judges
seconds.
call
Yeah,
on
yeah.
die in a fire.
Okay. all
Again,
right.
for the posters that we really won't make.
This is it. This is the finals.
Except in my imagination.
This is the finals. We are either going to do a segment called Two Guys, One Mic or 30 Seconds or DIAF. Why don't we do this? Can someone throw up a straw poll? And we'll actually leave it to the audience on this one. And this we could kind of drop the game and we could talk about the benefits of doing each. Because they're both great. At this point, we already have a winner. They're both going to be freaking amazing.
We're going to do something that we are going to build for 3 weeks. Either of these are great. They can take us for the 3 weeks leading up to it. And then we have the big payoff live in Austin, Texas. We're on somewhere close to 6th Street.
All right, here we go.
We will blow
straw
this one
poll.
up.
Strawpoll.me/6840424. That's strawpoll.me/6840424. We have two guys versus one mic, 30 seconds or DIAF. Real quick, let's talk it through. Is there one you like more than the other?
I think the one that has the natural kind of like build is 30 seconds or DIAF because like 30 seconds is a long time for some things.
Oh, geez, yes. And I think there's a lot of things that are going to sound like they're easy and will not be. And I love the idea that we can assemble a list with all that. Two guys, one mic. I mean, that's a clever name, but I have no idea what that bit is. and it'll take a while for us to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody in the chat room has good ideas on what pops into their mind with two guys, one mic, I think, I mean, we're going to have this trouble.
I mean, maybe you had it. Maybe it's just we talk for a bit, and every so often we both lean into the mic together, and that's the bit.
Well, because you have to do the thing where you both have to turn the mic, because it's you can't just like be at the same angle, so you have to be like, oh, I gotta turn.
Well, no, you lean in, you go cheek to cheek, and both of you are rocking the same mic at the same time.
Yeah, it's got to be back to back, right?
Yeah, like this.
Like, we're both
wait, here we go.
Like, yeah!
Yeah! When I'm going the wrong way, yeah!
Archduke Franz Ferdinand was shot by the Black Hand.
All right, well, the votes are in. Real quick, that's all right. I was gonna say guess what the margin was. Margin turns
this
out
one's a blowout. This is an absolute shellacking. 30 seconds or DIAF, and I kind of feel like what's our email here, Neshcom?
It's mail mail at nightattack.tv.
So I want everybody who is listening to mail in what they think 30-second challenges will be. Now, are we both taking one?
Well, I think that should be kind of the game, is maybe, because if we're going to do a bit out of it, 30 seconds is good enough time. We can do a little bit of smack talk for each person and each player. We might have up to 4 or 5 people, so we want a healthy list to pick from. And maybe a variety of different challenges. Maybe it's the kind of thing where we can see how far into 30 seconds. Maybe some of the challenges just don't sound like it's possible to... there it is. That's two guys, one mic right there. Maybe some of the challenges, it's very unlikely you'll make it to 30 seconds, so we can see how far they get.
Exactly.
But we're looking at Tom Merritt.
Well, there we go. We continue to build our way to 30 seconds or DIAF at South by So Wasted in Austin, Texas. How are you feeling about that, by the way, Brian?
Oh, really good. Really good. I think this is a good change of pace, a new angle. Because you remember in the early days, we decided just to throw a party to have all our friends here, and then we just went around to industry parties. There was no event. And then we're like, oh man, we could do an event, and we could just host it, and we don't really have to do it. And I think during that time, we didn't really perceive that we had a real audience or that anyone was actually listening. But now, there are people right now who are thinking about coming out for South by Southwest and are already definitely coming out. I would love it to get a full house of nothing but hardcore Diamond Club people. Hey, do you know, Bryce, the venue, did they say how many seats they're able to get? Or is it all standing room only? Or what are they doing?
That's an email thing that with a little unsure.
But from looking at the venue online, it looked like standing room, like that it's all like it is all standing room.
They have some seating, but we could either consider getting some sort of seating, which they have space for, or we could do standing. But
I mean, I'm less concerned about that
Sure.
than I am the question of how many folks can we get in there, because
their minimum is like 50 people an event. We can
yeah,
fill.
we can get 50.
We'll
that's
have
great.
Space. We'll have plenty of space.
Yeah, 50. Okay, that's great. I was worried that because some of the venues we were looking at early on, we can get maybe 30 people into or
Yeah,
whatever.
I saw some very small venues when I was looking last week, but this place is a very good size, and it's not the only space of the bar. So if there are other people who are there, we won't bug everybody who doesn't want to listen to everything.
Yeah,
but
sure.
it'll
Well,
be
and that's
great.
Theoretically, somebody started screaming about Hitler, like fine this time.
Well, and I wonder if the inverse is true, because like if you listen to the Harmontown episodes from South by Southwest, it sounds like they're barely able to hear each other over the sound of the bar, of everyone not there for their show. So I wonder if it'll be interesting. I'm really, really excited about it. No matter what.
So here's what you got to do. Go ahead. Our Twitter is Night Attack, right?
No.
Night Attack Show.
At Night Attack Show.
Yep.
That is where you will see the first details that go live. If they're not up in the next 48 hours from us recording this, then something went wrong. Yes. But hopefully everything is going according to Hoyle, and we will have announcements forthcoming. It's safe to say if you were a betting man, you'd want to circle the Saturday.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You want to circle that Saturday of South by Southwest.
Man, details incoming.
That's the 12th, by the way.
Yeah, and by the way, that'll be better for me as well because I'm
have
actually,
a thing
yeah.
Sunday or Friday?
No, Friday. Friday, I'm going to be
The loser talk?
yeah, loser talk. That's what they call it.
No, that's
What's happening?
No, it's failure lab.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It's me and Talib Kweli.
Wait, what?
Yep. We're and some other folks too. Yeah,
What
look
is
at this.
happening?
What's that?
So Brian is on a talk at South by called Failure Lab, and it's about people who have had success with their failures.
Yeah, here it is right here.
This is
If you take a look,
Yeah, this is
I wonder if
March
it
11th.
shows our name on it. Brian Brushwood, Talib Kweli. Yeah, that'll be great.
Brian, what's your favorite Talib Kweli song?
It is. Oh shit! I forget the name. Oh fuck! I just won the belt. God damn it. It's old school from Danger Doom. That's in fact, as a matter of fact, you can hear it. That's part of the reason I love it being. Oh, let me do this. This is the reason at the end of Scam School Remix, I love the music. Talib Kweli bloop bloop. Oh, Danger Doom. There you go.
Man, Talib Kweli is amazing, and I think I'm just gonna have to be your personal assistant that day, and just walk with you into South by because I definitely want to.
Hells yeah, dude. This is that same funky fanfare.
Oh, here we go.
You thought you had me on that one.
I did. I thought I had old Caucasian Brushwood. But,
Being his Caucasian way.
I'm like, listen, if it's not Australian hip hop, then he's gonna offer on it. But you proved it wrong. Yeah, no, listen, Talib Kweli's amazing. If anyone hasn't heard Black Star, the album that he did with Mos Def, get that in your life.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, I'll have to do that.
Anyway, hey Brian,
Yeah, buddy.
you know we're brought to you by some very special friends.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So a lot of people have had a lot of things to say about Jesus Christ. Things like,
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, he's not our sponsor. I was just very surprised by something over here.
oh,
We're actually brought to you by Satan's Burgers.
oh yeah. Well, Jesus Christ is what you'll say when you get a taste.
No, I'm sorry. This just in. They pulled their sponsorship.
Oh, so
we're
crap.
gonna have to. This brought to you by donations of Buddha bucks.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! That's something I can use to buy a Satan's burger. Is what
I'm sorry. Buddha
This bucks fall into your lap.
This just in. They're not Buddha bucks. They're actually Zeus goose. It's a good old Zeus goose.
Jesus Christ! That's a Satan's burger with a Buddha buck in between.
I'm
Zeus
sorry.
goose.
Did I say Zeus goose? I actually meant Zoroaster's bastards. It's all Zoroaster's children.
Jesus Christ! Satan's burgers and Buddha bucks have nothing on this Zeus goose when you take a look at Zoroaster's bastards.
Coming to you, PG-13.
Starring Paul Rudd.
Hey man, talking about movies and PG-13, did you see the 20 minutes it took for Fox to do an about face on the next Wolverine movie?
I know, they're all like, hey, everybody loved Deadpool, right? Like, so now Wolverine's gonna have some fat boobs. Everybody really you loved Wolverine, right? Well, now he's gonna have some tig old bitties and he's gonna take them out for you.
Do you realize-
R-rated Wolverine.
Do you realize this will be the first Wolverine movie where we get to see his giant 3-foot claws? I don't know, cut someone? Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think it'll be fine. Like, I would just kind of like for them to do a coherently scripted Wolverine movie. Like, I don't know if it needs to be R, but like, I don't know. It's just also I kind of feel like we're kind of overextended on Wolverine as a character right
Yeah.
now.
Well, I thought this last one was going to be his last, but I guess Hugh Jackman is still.
I think they're still saying it's going to be his last, from what I've heard. But
that old ruse. It's always his
he also
last.
says it's his last all the time because then he's like, oh, by the way, I guess unless you want to pay me a lot of money, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so wait, what were your thoughts on Daredevil?
You mean
Daredevil.
Deadpool? Drink the NyQuil. Drink the NyQuil. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire show long, Justin has been waiting for the moment when it was clearly time for him to get more sensible by taking a narcotic. So, it begins. Shots, 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 shots. Yeah,
Anyway, what'd you think of Daredevil?
I did. Daredevil's rad. I saw the trailer for season 2 of Daredevil. He's taking on the Punisher. I'm very stoked.
No, Deadpool. Deadpool was a real popular movie. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. It was good. There was and I don't know if it was a quiet audience. Bonnie, did you feel like there was a number of jokes that fell flat in our audience? Like just they gave it and there was just no response.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was the audience.
But we're it's in Austin, Texas, in downtown at the Alamo Draft House. Everyone's drinking. They're all geeky and really into the content. I would kind of and on opening weekend Saturday, I don't feel like we could blame the audience.
I don't know. That's interesting.
That's the old moving along, Brushwood.
Ebert and Roper, eat your heart out, and by that I mean Ebert comes back to life.
I had a really good time though.
Oh, it was great. It was a great time. It was
Great.
definitely.
But you're right. There was a couple that you're just kind of like, okay. I mean, it wasn't like they were bad. They just
didn't land.
They just kind of.
They did. I'll tell you
Yeah.
the one thing they did tremendously well was they hid any of the too deep inside references. They hid in dialogue that if you weren't familiar with the fact, like they were doing a wink and a nod to like his compatriot Hydra Bob at some point, and then they just called him Bob and they talked around it, and it just seemed like normal dialogue, but that was like a deep undercover thing they were throwing for hardcore fans.
Oh yeah, I mean there was plenty of that, and even down to the fact that like for us nerds, we understand that when he's like, hey, don't make my super suit green and animated. Like, it's like, oh, that's because he, as an actor, did another movie that wasn't good and it was Green Lantern, yada, yada, yada. But, like, most people don't know that, right?
Right. And in fact, it wasn't until, like, I didn't know the context. I didn't think in terms, when I first saw it on the trailer and he did that bit, it never occurred to me to instantly think, oh, Ryan Reynolds is really, crap bagging on his own, previous movie.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great though, but I do think that James Gunn came out and wrote a thing about how Hollywood's going to learn all the wrong lessons, and I think that we're already kind of seeing it. Like I don't know if Wolverine.
Well, but I don't know though. Keep in mind, I mean, this is from the same studio that brought us Deadpool, right? So I would think that, however,
they
it is
also brought us Wolverine Origins, and
and that's true. But I think what he meant by that is other studios. I don't know. Can you apply that to their own studio or?
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, like, there was a thing in IO9 about like how like Fox is like, oh, well, I'm sure we're going to get an R-rated Fantastic Four now because Fantastic Four is sucked in all of its incarnations.
Yeah.
So maybe now they'll be like, oh, if you have Johnny Storm joking about Mr. Fantastic's dong, then everyone will laugh harder. And it's like, well, I mean, do we need it? Or what about we just try a good Fantastic Four movie? Like,
I still think about how great a 100% period, height of the Cold War, 1957 Fantastic Four would be. That would be so good.
I think, you could do a modern one. I mean, this is like my big Fantastic Four thing, and it is and always has been that it's a meditation on fame. And it's like, yeah, in the 50s, that makes total sense. Now it makes almost more sense, combine it with the fact that it's got the best villain ever, Dr. Doom and Lex Luthor are two of the best villains that have just never gotten their due. Like, they've always just been short-shrifted in movie versions into either stooges or, just generic, I'll get you, like, kind of bad guys, when both of them are just so rich and rad.
Well, and it's funny because almost every, and I did not see the most recent one, but almost every incarnation of Dr. Doom has shied away from just selling it to us the way. I mean, here, all the rules changed. They pulled off Thor, they pulled off Captain America. It made me believe in both. Wildly different, settings and stories and so on. If you can do that, there's no excuse to not be able to pull off, like, legitimately make me believe Dr. Doom, complete with all of his Doom bots who pretend to be him after he's dead, and then they grab a kid and brainwash him into making him think he's Victor Von Doom and stuff. I mean, that's...
oh, man, whoa, it's crazy that a rich person would have a bunch of personal assistant robots. Oh, man, that's nuts. That's a crazy idea that nobody would ever do. No, it's now it's more feasible than ever, right? It's like the idea that there would be an eccentric dictator that lived in America and now runs this Eastern European country. Like, that's like a fairly realistic thing. It's what a supervillain would actually do instead of trying to invent the crazy ray that lights Chicago on fire.
That's a really good point. I had a funny, not funny, but
hilarious. The hilarious idea.
Hilarious.
No, bring it. It's a
What,
laugh
Bonnie,
riot.
we're gonna laugh really hard.
Okay, we're ready. What is it?
Stop. Well, I thought I was surprised because watching the movie, I did tear up a couple of times when they're talking about some of the cancer and the.
I thought you meant when it came to. Bonnie.
What?
No, he's okay. No, he promised to laugh at whatever you said,
Oh,
and
okay.
then I balked and he ran through with
Don't blame me. I'm on NyQuil.
it. Yeah,
I know.
Now it's gonna get good.
But I was thinking, it's fundraiser time for the what is it, the Relay for Life, and their big thing is to put these little luminaries all around the track where people walk, and he put people's names on there. So I was thinking,
you wanted to buy one and put Wade Wilson on there.
Yeah, I thought it would be really great. I think that ought to be a thing. Like at every luminary walk, there just needs to be a Wade Wilson featured. And it's raising money for cancer.
Yeah. We don't need to promote cancer. Cancer's got cancer on its side.
God, I hate it when people say that. I know.
Yeah.
I've gotten like really picky, and then I just did it. I really hate that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna like your cancer page. I don't like cancer. It's like
No. And you should make sure to point that out on their page.
Yeah.
You're like, hey man, it's not cool that you guys are raising money for cancer. All right,
I know,
that's not cool, bro.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, old Delmond Cancer sits in his shadowy mansion and says, "Oh, now we're cut off from all of our funding because Bonnie Brushwood is on the case."
She finally broke the code.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we take a little moment and do a little diamond time?
Indeed. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your projects on this show. So head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. Shout out your project at the stickied post at the very top of the subreddit.
Oh yeah, first one from Poppers. Says, hello, I'm the founder and director of Lucy's Place, an organization in Little Rock, Arkansas, working with homeless LGBT young adults. We've been around since 2012, helping LGBT young adults in our community and raising money. We need to purchase our first home. We're only $60,000 away from opening our home. Sounds like a lot, but we've already raised $130,000, and we've launched a crowdfunding campaign to raise the rest of the money we need. Donations are always great, of course, but sharing on Facebook and Twitter goes a long way as well. Just head on over to bit.ly/gaykids420. That's GAYKIDS 420, which is funny because it seems like one of the things somebody in the chat would have written, like just for the shock value, and it got it.
In fact, our link sheriff, California Carl, just writes below it, "There's no way I can improve that short link."
Yeah, man. Do they have a video where they're explaining all this, or it's just all text?
No video on this thing.
They're up to almost 2,000 shares. We could certainly goose that for sure.
Hell yeah. Lovely Metalhead writes in, "Hey, Attackers of the Night, it's Lovely Metalhead. I've come to plug my show that I host through my school's radio station. It's Precious Metals with Lovely. Every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I bring the heaviest hits from the deepest pits of hell to your ears, along with talk of metal news and metal nerdery. Just metal all around. You can listen at bit.ly/YOLO420 metal swag. I take requests and interact with my listeners via Twitter. So if you have a heavy request or comment to make on my show, you can always hit me up on Twitter at Lovely Metalhead. Stay brutal, and I hope to see you all there. Bonus points if Brian or Justin can read this plug in their best death metal voices. That would be way better to have put at the beginning of the read.
All right, now I guess I'll win this. Hey, attackers of the night, it's Lovely Metalhead. That's as far as I'm going to go. In fact, instead of playing her thing, I really wanted to. Hold on, let's see. I think we might have a little slice of it here. Oh, bo. Yeah, here it is. Here it is right here. This is some of the metal you're here.
Who wants to get fingered in the ass?
But Bonnie, I wish you could have seen Bonnie's face. That was amazing.
Wait a minute. No, that's not metal. Let's go ahead and play this metal song.
Yeah, for reals.
Me too. Get your lover or strap. Or find a person with a real one. Open your hole and slide in slow.
All right, this isn't metal.
What?
This
No,
is-
I could have sworn. Hold on, I went to it's let me check. It's bit.ly/YOLO420 metal swag. Let me just hit it one more time. I mean, let's.
I'm a creep, but who knew anal sex could be so deep? Even if I'm straight.
All right, hold on. Let's read this last one here. Hey, guys, friend and I have found an excuse to drink. Not that we needed one, but hey, this one is fun for us and hopefully some other people. We started a channel on YouTube where we get drunk and read the
Oh,
Quran.
jeez, Louise.
We usually go on a few tangents and overthink things. If you're a skeptically minded individual or just want to watch people try to read when they're intoxicated, I hope you go to bit.ly/YOLO420 book swag. Thanks to California Carl for the link.
Yeah. Let's not play this
Let's go ahead. This is one of their most popular videos. Let's go ahead and play one of their most popular videos right now.
Oh, come on, man! I had it on play.
The other
You're
one
killing
was
me.
playing. Hey,
Isn't this a chauvinistic male domination kind of thing? But how can you have an arousing hoe and never want it poke? Cause it is so nice to get it up the ass.
I'll tell you what. Talk about the mountain coming to Muhammad.
Okay.
Hey, jokes about butts. Hey, Brian.
Yo, buddy.
Now we don't have any. We used to have a ton of business here at the end, and now we just. You want to come up with something new? Something new
Maybe
do
we
at
should.
the end?
Yeah, let's. Everybody, we'll take the top 8 suggestions for names of the bit we're gonna start doing. Actually, I'm gonna go to discoveryvr.com and see if a new episode, because that's been a lot of fun. We've had an astonishing run where between the movie draft, between the Dance Showdown saga, and now we got the Let's Go Places Austin. Yeah, the last one I see is the Spelunking Deep in the Heart of Texas. So I don't know if they're holding off for a couple more.
Yeah, man. No, because we still got a whole another 6 of them, right?
I don't know that it's public knowledge how many there are, but I don't think the number is 6.
Well, then they're falling for my subterfuge. Nobody knows. Misinformation reigns.
Well done, sir. Yeah, do us a favor, man. If you guys are enjoying our VR adventures, make sure to show all your friends and get in there, because like they really, really are paying attention to the numbers on this, and we would love to do more of them.
Absolutely.
We think
No,
they were
it was,
really good.
man, it'd be so great to do more of them. It was so fun to do. And yeah, let's just go ahead and make that all us just yelling about it, being excited about how rad stuff is. Brian, we do have movie draft news. Tom sent around our list of movies that we could have for our summer draft.
Oh, shoot.
So we should. We're already moving. It's already that time of the year.
Yeah, man. By the way, movie draft ended up. I was, 30 million shy. I believe Star Wars at 75% would have been the highest grossing winter movie draft slate ever if Tom hadn't crushed it with the new all-time, like he's beaten all of the drafts in all of the history of the winter movie draft, which is amazing.
Yeah, he way overperformed, and really, it was friggin' Daddy's home.
Of all things, yeah, did not expect that.
Because he also had the biggest stinker with Gem and the holograms too.
Yeah, which is amazing. The fact that he had the best and the worst buys.
Dude, that dude went hard. And I didn't finish in last place, which is just really exciting for me.
So good draft.
Good draft, Brian.
All right,
what
are we looking at? What are we coming into the summer season? What do you think we're looking at?
Oh, you know what? This is when we actually have all the the big films that everybody actually talks about. Like the new X-Men movie, all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, let's see. Upcoming movies: 2016 Movie Insider. We got Risen, Gods of Egypt. Wait, that's now. Never mind. Let's go to
list of stuff.
Captain America: Civil War, Alice Through the Looking Glass, X-Men: Apocalypse. We've got Independence Day. Wow, Finding Dory. Wow, another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got Ghostbusters reboot. We got Jason Bourne, Legend of Tarzan, Star Trek Beyond. We got Max Steel, Suicide Squad, remake of Pete's Dragon, Mechanic Resurrection. Wow, this is a fair bit.
Yeah, man, a lot of really interesting stuff. So we definitely got to figure out who's playing in this year's draft, and then we will go forward.
This is our year. This is our year to team up and get on the same page.
We're gonna do it this year.
Yeah, put the word out to everyone. Make sure to clear their calendars. All right, man. Look, I think we had a hell of a time. I think we powered through. This is much like I would imagine right now. You're feeling your sinuses swell. You're feeling your diarrhea because you're sick. You are drifting away. I feel like what else we do? Oh, we built a segment. We built the hype machine for our South by
30
Southwest.
seconds or DIAF coming to Austin, Texas.
We should, I guess we'll just call it Night Attack, huh? That'll be the name of the program. We're going to do Night Attack Live.
We will. NAL.
Man. All right, guys. That's it for this episode. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Eye of Fire.
DIAF.
Oh, Justin Robert Young. Every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. Night attack, I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.